I wasn't going to do anything for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but I have ended up doing a few posts. I've been in a really, yeah, struggling the last couple of weeks, and so I don't want to see it all the time on my feed because I live with it every day, and that is more than enough. And to be honest, sometimes I think on my social media I'm just preaching to the people that have already seen it and know it anyway. But it's Metastatic Cancer Awareness Day today, so I thought I'd just do a very quick video just to say that this is my day every day, living with this and that fear of leaving Grace without her mum. And even though she is turned into an early teenager at the moment, so it's been interesting times at the moment. I think it's called karma. I was quite a stroppy child, and I think karma's come back. But no, she's wonderful most of the time, just having our moments, which are just really hard as well. I think when we fell out this morning over trying to get her teeth cleaned and something else, she was lying to me about not having cleaned her teeth, and just the smallest of things, and then this massive meltdown over it. And then to me, I just get so upset because I don't know how much time I've got left with her, and I don't want her memories to be of us fighting. It's just upsetting, and I don't want her to remember me like that. So I really hope that all the happy memories that we put a lot of effort into, and just the time we spend at home, which normally are happy. There's not normally arguments. It's just every now and again at the moment, which is very normal for every child. But I find it harder, I think, because I know our time is so short that I don't want this grief with her. So, but it's happened, and it's going to happen, and it's inevitable because that's what being a parent's about, isn't it? You know, you're not going to have perfect harmony all the time. It's real life, it's realities. Doesn't matter whether you're dealing with a terminal illness and not going to be here throughout their lives. It's still emotions are still going to be there, and tantrums and fights and trying to get on top of it. So I know I spoil her because, again, worried, that I don't want to have too much upset, but then in turn that probably creates its own problems. So it's quite a mess being a parent for me, and I just have to do my best and find my way through it. And it's been a rough few weeks. I had my CT scan yesterday, which checks whether the cancer's still under control, because so far so good. It's been amazing. No evidence of disease in the lung and my tummy area and the neck, which is where it was, but obviously that could have changed because it's 4 months since I last had a scan. So I've got to wait a couple of weeks for those results. I've also had a lot of pain in one of my legs, which has caused me to be awake a lot because the pain is keeping me awake. And I'm now on a few stronger painkillers to help with it a bit, but the fear is it's cancer that's turned up in my leg. I'm really hoping it's something else, obviously. I've got to have a scan on the 22nd when I get injected with some nuclear stuff, which they then trace around to show up any cancer cells in the bones and other areas. I think they do my whole body to check, so that's going to be really nerve-wracking. So that's on my mind a lot at the moment, and it's, at night it's just constant because the pain's there as a constant reminder. So yeah, so there's that, and I've just been really tired. I think the summer holidays were amazing. Me and Grace did so much stuff, which, yeah, happy times. But it was exhausting. I don't know how I pushed through a lot of it, to be honest, but somehow I did, with chemo most weeks on top. But it's hard, and I think that's caught up with me. I think I might have had a bit of a bug as well. It's just emotions have been high. I've just wanted to bury myself under the duvet and not get out, but that's impossible. Again, when I've got to do school runs and get to chemo, and I want to see Tigger, do my swimming. So what has helped me hugely, because I was in a really bad way earlier on in the week, but I did my cold water swimming, which is a course for people with cancer, or living with it, or who are coming out of it and coming out the other side, and then going up to see Tigger. on Friday and managed to ride him again, see him again, sit with a herd of alpacas and watch the deer, just really helped me feel a bit better again in myself, just having that time out. So I've got to try and find time to make sure I can do it. But it's having the energy. I can't necessarily do the driving. Both those things are really long drives, which I can't do all the time. So that's where the struggle comes in again, and the frustration, and then the anger, and then the upset, and then the anger at the cancer for causing my life to be like this, and and the usual. And finances, just get really pissed off with the fact I can't earn my way, and I want to do things. I haven't got the money to do things. I've like got, and it's just the way the benefit system works is just a nightmare. I don't like being reliant on it, and so that just really peed me off this week as well. And it's all down to having metastatic cancer, because I not have it, if I didn't have to have chemo every week, I could just pay my way, and yeah, it just pisses me off. Lots of anger going on. So there we go. So that's metastatic cancer, isn't it? Living with it and trying to deal with it. There's more to it than that, but that's just where I am at the moment. I do my best to really focus on the joys and the glimmers and all that kind of stuff, because that's me and that's what I like to do. That's how I cope with it. But the realities, I think in doing that, I don't often put the realities of what's going on my social media stuff. And you could just look at that and think, oh yeah, everything's fine and dandy, and oh, you're having a whirl of a time. But it really isn't. Obviously those moments are wonderful, but I'd rather not have cancer and not have them, to be honest. So yeah, that trip to Iceland was amazing, but I would give it all up not to have cancer and to have a long life ahead of me.